I am your boy, your brother, your neighbor, your friend,
Yes.
Pastor John McLean, in studio with Mr. Andres Ruiz of the
Yes,
I
sir.
Believe in Myself Guild.
Yes. Bodacious. I like that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try to bring them, just bring in the heat with those good words: bodacious, radical. What else?
Radical,
What else can we bring back
cowabunga.
from the '80s?
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. The turtles, man.
Yeah. So this is a Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Once again, we are returning after an awesome episode with a representative with AgVets who
Mhm.
came and was discussing all the awesome work that we're doing with Veteran Rescue Mission, along with U of A and several other amazing organizations to teach veterans how to do agriculture. I think that we may have today. We have a really awesome show for you because we have Dr. J in studio with us today. And those who don't know Dr. J, she is the author of the book Making College Come True, and she's also the superintendent of the school, the
Charter school.
charter school, the grouping network of schools under the name Tucson International Academy. So we're going to have her in studio with us today, as well as we will be speaking with a student from Tucson
Mhm.
International Academy today.
Yeah.
I've been told his name's Ethan.
Yeah. Ethan.
My sense is he's the coolest kid in the school. What do
He
you
is.
think?
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really cool kid.
I
I
wanna
actually
think-
know Ethan personally.
Oh, you know Ethan?
Yeah, I know
huh?
Ethan. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a really good
Man,
kid.
so we're gonna you know the coolest kid in the school
I know
already,
the
huh?
coolest kid in school. Yes,
Man,
sir.
lucky you, dude.
I know, man.
I can't wait to talk to Ethan. And the idea is Tucson International Academy is going to come and kind of take over the show today. This will almost be like the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Tucson International Academy. But before we give it up to Tucson International Academy, let's give it up to our God, a very good, happy, loving God, because I think He gives us all the blessings to make this all happen. So let's give Him some love before we make it happen with the Lord's Prayer today. And it goes like this. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So, today we're going to be having Dr. J on the show, as I mentioned, and I'm super excited to have Dr. J on the show because today Dr. J will be discussing key number 6, and those who don't have your handy dandy Making College Come True copy of the book available to you. Key number 6 is make money. So I think kind of in addition to what we were talking about last show in Show Me the Money, and we get to hear your Jerry Maguire impression.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
I can't. It's
That was
It's a
pretty
little-
good.
it's
That
pretty good,
that wasn't
yeah.
bad. I mean,
show me the money.
it was better the first time,
Terrible,
but yeah. So so this week, the key number 6 is make money. So Dr. J will tell us about all of the different ways that you can make money to pay for college and make college come true, as it's so well titled in the book.
Yeah, and I really like how she explains everything step by step, just like the book says. And I've learned so much just by listening to her and listening to what she's done and how college has helped her in her life. And I see that one thing that really catches my attention about a lot of people who are in college is the discipline
Mhm.
and knowing how to manage their time, how to be more organized, which is something that I lacked for many years. And now I see the difference from a college grad to somebody that didn't graduate, like me
Mhm.
personally. And that organization skills, discipline skills I see the value now in people who have gone to college. It
Mhm.
really is something that not only gets you a degree and a certificate and better jobs, but it also gives you the disciplines that we weren't taught in high school.
Mm-hmm. It was funny as the other day I was driving by one of the campuses, and it was the first time it actually jumped out to me. But you've actually been to the Tucson International Academy
Mhm.
campuses before. Describe those to the listening audience, and what you experienced, maybe especially in different than what you're used to, what we're used to.
Oh yeah, no, completely different. The way that they teach these kids is definitely different from public schools. They bring in, for example, public speakers. They take them on really cool field trips that not too many public schools do, and maybe it's the whole funding thing, or I don't know what it is, but they are very open to bringing in people that can teach these kids skills that are only taught when you're in college or when you're at a job. And yeah, so pretty much that's what I see, and there's a lot of great stuff that they're doing for personal development.
So yeah, and I think that the wild thing, at least like you're saying, that I've learned from having Dr. J on the show and having her kind of explain to us not only what Tucson International Academy does, but what her more or less her kind of her curriculum and programming has been based around, and making it not only so people or young people are encouraged to go to college, but making it possible. I could just imagine the dozens or probably hundreds of people that Dr. J could attest for that she helped get into college that may have never gotten to college otherwise. So it's certainly it's a beautiful story that we've been able to kind of tell from a lot of different angles and over again over the different years, and without me kind of talking about how amazing this woman is any further, and without further ado, we have in studio with us the Mrs. Dr. Jennifer Herrera, the Dr. J.
Woohoo!
Hello, Dr.
Hi,
J in the
guys.
house.
Dr. J in the house.
Thank you
Yay.
once again for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
And you brought, it seems, the coolest kid in the school, as we've decided.
That is correct.
Yeah.
The Ethan Cañas.
Yes. Welcome, Ethan. Welcome to the studio, brother. And so we were telling our beautiful listening audience that we're going to be having, this is pretty much the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Tucson International Academy today, because the first part of the show we will be we'll be speaking with Dr. J and talking about the key number 6 of the week with making money. In the second part of the show, we'll be talking with the coolest kid in Tucson International Academy, the whole entire network of schools, Ethan, and he'll be breaking down to us what someone who doesn't go to Tucson International Academy can expect from the school, and what he's gained and learned from it. So this is a Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Definitely go to veteranrescuemission.org to support the work that we do to help homeless veterans and get them placed and connect with housing. Also, if you want to give us a call, go to 790-2040 to give us a ring-a-ding. We'll talk to you right after this break. And we're back with the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I need to do something to get that silky smooth voice of that guy who
man.
Introduces
He's got
us in.
the voice right
It's
there.
No, Tom. I can't even do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also alongside me, as always, is my best buddy, Andreas Ruiz, and he is here representing I believe in myself, because if you don't believe in yourself, you need to talk to him.
Yes.
Yep. and if you hadn't heard already, I have an author and a doctor and I believe a superhero in studio with me, and she likes to go by the name Dr. Jennifer Herrera
Yes.
during the day, and during the night when she's fighting crime, she goes by Dr. J.
There you go.
That's
Yes.
right. You have me.
Yes, and Dr. J today will be talking about key number 6, and for those who are paying attention online, that is make money. That is out of the amazing book, Making College Come True, which she not only decided to write a book about, but she decided to create a whole network of schools around called Tucson International Academy. And she said, you know what? How about you guys make me the superintendent of it? Because I bet I can help people make college come true in their lives.
Yep.
And I think we have one of her students in studio with us.
Yeah.
That I'm guessing is going to be pretty impressive. From what I'm hearing on the streets, he's the coolest kid in Tucson International Academy. So I'm gonna keep my ear to the rails and thank Dr. J for being in here in studio with us once again.
My pleasure. I
Yeah.
love being here.
So tell us about my sixth favorite key, make money.
Mhm.
And I know I read in the book about the Arizona Earn to Learn program and how that's one of the ways to make money to go to school. Explain a little bit more for us.
All right. Earn to Learn is a type of a grant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a matching grant. So it's kind of like, when charities are raising money, they'll say, we have a matching donor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is kind of like the matching donor program for kids that want to go to college. So the kids put in $400 or $600 of their own money that they're encouraged to
Nice.
go work at McDonald's or wherever and get enough change that you're not just spending and put it in that account. So investment in your own future.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then the grant comes along and matches that. And I think it like 3 times over matches that. So it's really worth it.
Wow.
$600 turns out to be like, $2,500. And,
Nice.
you think, oh, well, $2,500, that's a drop in the hat. Not really. It all adds up. There's a whole bunch of small kind of grants that when you work one, you might as well work 2 or 3 of them and you get all of them.
Yeah.
And so that comes out to like $10,000. So
Nice.
everything works out. It costs right now about $25,000 to $28,000 to go to college and live there.
Okay.
If you don't live there, it's less. It's like $15,000 to go to school.
Okay.
But you have to know the price. It is expensive, but it can all be taken care of. Even up to 100% can be
Wow.
paid for.
Mhm.
Does it just come to you and say, "Here I am, just take me"? No, you have to go get it. But with a little bit of skill, a little bit of guidance, you can find the money and you can go get your degree for free.
Yeah. And another thing that really jumped out at me while I was reading Making College Come True was the notion that there's all these other sports or these other things that one can get a scholarship in that aren't the traditional things. Like, explain that and what some examples of what those things are.
Well, there's a great example of the bowling team. We have a bowling team at our high school,
Nice.
and so the kids can play. And every year that they play, they get money put aside in a fund.
Nice.
So they probably get up to $500 to $1,000 a year. And so Ethan here, my student, has been on the bowling team for 3 years. So he's got probably at least $1,500 in a
Nice.
fund just sitting there.
What do
for
you
him.
bowl, Ethan?
Oh, I don't even remember anymore.
What do you like? I'm guessing you can definitely. I just went bowling with my kids this weekend. I bowled like a 132. I'm guessing you're going to be whipping me pretty good, huh?
Nah, I get like maybe 100.
100. Okay,
That's
well, 100
that's
is
the best I can get.
if 100 pays the bills, whatever it takes, you know.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And also, it was contributing enough that his team often won like the semifinals, finals.
Nice.
They were in
Nice.
some tournaments. So yeah, so like, you know what? That's another great example of just do it. You don't have to be like perfect at everything.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot. We say, well, I have $2,500 for college, but I don't have any other money, so I just shouldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And so you lose out because you were afraid. It's because he did his part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
just
you
See,
I
go.
that's
think,
how he became the coolest kid in school. He's humble.
well,
See,
there
yeah.
you go. You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
love
That
it.
is
I love
true.
it.
This guy is. And it's a great example of how just do what you can do and then look for ways to meet the rest.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what happens like with the bowling team. There's the dance team.
Mm.
I mean,
Oh,
I know
nice.
about sports like basketball and football. Yeah, of course, they get to go to college for free. But how about the dance team? Did you know that? And they're big PR for the colleges. So they get 100% scholarships.
Mhm.
And
nice.
gosh, who else is there? There's so many things. Chess club. In some universities, they
Nice.
actually fund the chess players because that's strategy.
Yeah.
Who needs strategy? Military officials, CEOs of large companies. They need people who can think. So they're not just dumb goals. There's a method behind that. There's a reason that they're honoring the kids who are coming in with those skills. So I love it. It's something that we see as play, but it has real world application, and that's what's powerful about it.
Love it.
Awesome. And then I guess kind of as we get a couple 3 minutes ticking here, let's get an update on Tucson International Academy and what's going on over there. I know it's interesting, just as we think that COVID and everything's kind of gonna fade away and everything's going to go back to normality. We continue on, and you seem to be at the front of it. So how are things going for Tucson International Academy and on a general sense?
Well, at our schools, we are doing all the precautions. We have dividers, we wear masks, we have a sanitation controller who does nothing all day but go around wiping everything over and over and over again.
Yep.
We also have less kids, because the kids can choose to do like all online, part online, or they can come in every day. They can come in. It's kind of like tutoring, because it's such small classes, and it's a lot of like what they call it, study hall oriented.
Yeah.
But if you come in, you're also going to get extra stuff that's just fun. And for the kids that just need intellectual stimulation, because what can a written packet do for you? Not a lot.
Yeah.
You see the thing, you read the story, you answer the questions, blah, blah, blah. And then they're done. The kids are done with that. So we do science experiments, and we had like arts and crafts for holidays, and they're going to be making their parents some presents, and we had a festival. And people say, oh, how can you have a festival? There's the COVID going on. Okay, you put a mask, you keep distanced, you have only a few kids out at a time, and it was wonderful. And you know what? Our kids, their mental morale is going down the toilet. And if we don't do something, if we don't stop saying, no, you can't, COVID, okay, we're going to have worse repercussions. And I can't say what those are, but all I can say is the kids are hurting in their mental status.
Yeah.
And if we don't do something about that, then woe to us. I just think we'll answer for it in the end.
You know, and I really love that about you and your school, how you're keeping that morale up. Last time I went to go speak for your school, you had a pollo loco. You had, you know, she had this big thing for them, a big feast, and that's what I love about her school, is that she keeps that morale up by feeding them, which everybody loves, and then also keeping those celebrations going on. So I really appreciate what you do, and you're really keeping their mental state high up there. So thank you for that.
Thanks to you for contributing to that. That was a
pleasure.
very powerful seminar you gave us.
Thank you.
Yeah. I try to tell him that all the time. I hope he realizes how much his little ripples do affect and change things. Like you're one brick in our walls. So, but welcome back to the Common Good Radio Show. Again, my friends, you've come for the fun, and we're here to play. This is the Common Good Radio Show, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission, or today brought to you by Tucson International Academy.
Yep.
I am the Pastor John McClain with the Andreas Ruiz of I Believe in Myself.
Sir.
And we just got done interviewing Dr. J, talking about key number 6, make money. I want you to show me the money thing.
Show me the money.
Yeah, he loves that. And I say we were interviewing Dr. J, even though she is still in studio with us, thank God, because we are now interviewing the coolest kid at Tucson International Academy. So you're welcome, world. You get to listen to a cool kid today. And I know our elder folk that are listening, as well as even me. I'm 37, but I feel cooler even being in the room with Ethan right now. Man. So
I feel younger.
Thank you for joining us in studio, Ethan.
No problem.
Yeah. So I got a short breakdown of the cool kid resume, but did I not hear that you're the vice president of the student council?
I am indeed the vice president for the student council.
Vice president, student council, the house,
nice.
y'all.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess the obvious question that I don't know, I guess every parent or uncle or aunt or family member or anybody that ever meets you that probably hears that you go to a school different than what we're used to is, what's your favorite thing about Tucson International Academy?
Well, I'd have to say it is the teachers.
Okay.
Okay.
Say more.
They're all, unique in their own way.
Mhm.
We have one guy from like 3 different countries,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
like a family descent, I believe. I forgot the first one, but I know he's like one's from like Germany, and the one's from like somewhere else.
Mhm.
I know he's from like Germany's one thing.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I know Andreas was telling me a lot about like field trips that like that was one of his favorite things from what he knows of Tucson International Academy. Tell me about some of the field trips you've got to participate with.
Like the international ones or the ones that from like in country?
You tell me.
I
You're
know,
the
man.
boss.
They do a lot of international trips. They tell us like way in advance too, so you can prepare for them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They like no one gets left behind, I guess.
Nice. So, what are some of the favorite ones that you've been able to participate in?
I have to say France, Germany, and Australia.
Yeah.
So, you've been to France, Germany, and Australia.
I've been to
Wow.
more, but those are like my 3
Really?
favorites.
That's wild. So, this
Man.
dude right here sitting in the studio. And so, where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay.
I don't remember where.
Uh-huh.
We moved when I was 3 with
Mhm.
my mom and dad because they got better opportunities here in
Nice.
Arizona, Tucson.
Nice.
But this guy that goes to school here in Tucson, sitting in studio with me, has been to France, Germany, and Australia.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
That is
Like,
pretty impressive.
yeah, because like
And
I-
he only said just a few. Just a few.
yeah,
you know?
just a few.
I've been
No
to
big
12
deal.
others, but that's just a few.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so what would you say to like other parents or students that are considering Tucson International Academy?
I would just say like for the parents to get their kids ready to be working.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be working a lot. It's all college prep, so a lot of the stuff is gonna
Mhm.
be a lot harder if you are from a different school. Like you're not just starting fresh. You
Mhm.
went to a different school
Mhm.
that wasn't college prep, wasn't geared towards college stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to expect to be getting your thinking cap on a lot.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
And-
work that brain.
Once you hit your 11th grade, you're gonna be getting really pushed hard to get all that work in.
Mm-hmm. And
It's-
how have you adjusted to that? How have you felt about that?
I won't say I like it, but because like what teenager likes being pushed around saying you have to do this, you have to get working, get
Uh-huh.
working. No one's not gonna like being pushed, but they all care about you. They all
Yeah.
want you to succeed.
Yeah, nice.
Uh-huh.
And that's actually, I mean, that's very, very wise of you to pick that up at your age. Because I assure
yeah.
you, at your age, I didn't have that level of foresight. What about you, Dr. J? What do-
Neither at that age. I think I just wanted to do what I wanted to do.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm proud of you. You know, congratulations for having your head on your shoulders better than I did. So also, I guess, what do you hope to gain from your participation with the Tucson International Academy?
I hope to gain the knowledge I need to be ready for once I'm out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I can be ready for college
Mm-hmm.
and all that and all that other stuff that comes after it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is your biggest fear with college? Would you say?
That I get there and then suddenly realize this is not what I expected,
Mm-hmm.
and then have no idea where I'm supposed to go from there. That's my
Yeah.
biggest fear, not knowing where to go.
Do you
Mhm.
think that Tucson International Academy is doing a good job, kind of preparing you for like what to expect in regards to that?
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job on preparing,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Well, based off what I mean, granted, I did go to a public school, and I didn't get the advantage of going to what seems like almost a private school that you've been able
Mhm.
to kind of to make a private school that someone that maybe can't afford a private school gets the opportunity to go to. That's one. Obviously, it was much more difficult than my public school, so you got that on me. You already got a little bit more toughened up in the high school experience. And college itself, having experienced college, not as high a level as Dr. J, but just a good amount of college, you probably have already experienced much more difficult than you will experience in college. So,
And another thing that I really love about Tucson International Academy is that they have the teachers really care. I've seen that sometimes they've had Zoom calls on Fridays, like Mr. Basurto. I've seen that he's had calls with them just to, hey, how are you doing? How can I help you?
mhm.
So they're actually taking their time out of their day. They don't even have to do it, but they do it because they really truly care. So that's what I really love about them. And they do push them, but they push them and that's the extra push that the kids need sometimes. They don't have that. So if they don't have that from their parents or family, then they have it from Tucson International. So I really appreciate that, what they do in regards to that.
Yeah. And I guess like kind of one quick question before we pay some love to our sponsors is, oh man, I lost. Actually, I'm guessing you went to school at TIA prior to COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of like the changes that kind of really sticks out to you since it's hit?
The changes I would say would before COVID, I was able to get working on this at a somewhat persistent time. I was get it in, and now it's only 3 days and like 2 days where I don't have teachers like on my back about where's that work, and now it's just on the 2 days I'm not there. Like on the week I would be at school, it all has to come down to me to remember that I have work to do. It's so easy to get distracted when you're home alone because my mom works, my sister works.
Yeah.
So it's just me there. I have to rely on my own. What's the word?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point. So we'll be back right after these messages. This is the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Talk to you in a second. Hello and welcome to the Common Good Radio Show brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. I am Pastor John McLean. With me is, I believe myself, own Andreas Ruiz. Welcome.
Not too bad.
No, almost. It's just that smooth listening. You just want to kind of flow into it. Yeah. And with us, we have the infamous, the famous, the one, the only, Dr. J in the house. Yeah. And those who don't know Dr. J, she is the author of Making College Come True and also the superintendent of the awesome network of schools, Tucson International Academy.
Yes.
And you guys that are listening with your ears happen to be very lucky because we have the coolest kid in Tucson International Academy in studio with us talking on a microphone into your ears.
Yes.
Isn't that great how that works? And his name is Ethan. Welcome. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And as we told you during the break, you happen to be killing the game, my friend, so the police are on their way to arrest you. That's all I got for the day. I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. So I you kind of expected this, kind of didn't expect this, but you get the opportunity to put the superintendent of your school on the hot spot, my friend. And you get to ask Dr. J, the Dr. J. And no, I'm not talking about Julius Irving. I'm talking about Dr. Jennifer Herrera. You get to ask her one question, so you got to make it good. This is like the genie, except for you don't get 3 wishes, you only get 1 wish. You get to ask her one question. What is the question you would ask Dr. J that you think would help, kids out there that want to get into college or just anybody that's kind of just lost, bewildered, like maybe you were prior to getting access to such an amazing person?
What made you choose this route of college prepping? Like, what made you, what's it called? Form your school around college prep?
That is a good
That
question.
is a great question.
Actually.
Yeah. He didn't tell. I told him not to tell us what he's going to ask beforehand because I didn't want Dr. J to have too much beforehand.
I'm going to pay him later. That was a good one.
That was great. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there's really good reasons behind it. And the first one being that when I first opened the charter schools, I just wanted to have an international focus. So we had Spanish, Chinese. Back in the day, we did a little French as well. So we were teaching a lot of foreign languages, and we were talking a lot about every issue from a political, global perspective, not just from, our personal opinions. And that was good. But the parents, one time we had a meeting, and the parents, I said, what are you expecting from me, as the leader of these schools that you say you love? And they said, we just need you to get our kids into college. And I was like, what? That was not what I expected. I did not expect college to be the reason they were bringing their kid to my school. So what I ended up doing was I ended up saying, well, I can do that. and then I got to thinking about it, and I thought it is hard to get into college, especially if you don't know the steps, especially if you haven't been there yourself. And my parents said, we didn't go to college, but we want our kids to go to college. We believe in education. It's a game changer in life, and so we want that for our kids. Can you do that for us? And I thought about it, and I said, of all the things that I can do, I have 5 degrees.
Wow.
I can do degrees. Degrees are easy for me. Now, why? Because I'm so smart? Not necessarily. It's not always about the intelligence level. It's also about, can you jump through the hoop the way they ask you to? Are you going to be timely with it? And there's a lot of personal elements that go into it. And also, do you have the passion and drive to see the degree through? Because I'm telling you, you're tired of studying about whatever topic it is, and it's easy to just want to quit. But it's better not to. And I'm so glad I didn't quit. And I have these 5 degrees, and now I'm able to help all these kids get all of their degrees. So for me, it's a pleasure. It's a passion. I love to see the parents. One quick story, a parent, we were calling, we said, hey, your son hasn't been to school. We need to see him because we need to prepare him. He's a senior and he needs to be ready. And she kind of was like, it's the pandemic and I don't appreciate the extra pressure and blah, blah, blah. And then we said, oh, and by the way, he just got accepted to U of A and we have his letter. And she goes, what? We said, yeah. And we read the letter out loud on the phone, and she goes, oh my God. So she's jumping up and down on the other side. And she goes, he will be there tomorrow. So
no pressure, no big deal.
No
You're
more
doing
pressure
great.
now. But you know what? I think that's normal. Like, I don't fault her for that. I think that's just where we're at. I mean, we're tired, this COVID thing, and that her son getting that, accomplishment of being accepted into University of Arizona, a known university here that we all admire and are proud of. Her son's going to go there. And,
Awesome.
what a win for parents, what a win for the student. And this is a smart kid. He can make it. So I'm so excited for that family in particular. And that's
amazing.
what I like. I like to serve
Awesome.
that. And that's why I do what I do, Mr. Ethan Cañas.
Nice. Great answer.
It's a really good, rewarding mission in life, and I love it.
For sure. And I guess kind of like what would be a good pivot question for you off of that one is, and I know you probably at this point in your life, you hate the question is, what major do you want to do in college, and what alleyway are you looking at that's appealing to you at this point?
At this moment, it's history,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
specifically the World Wars and the medieval times.
Okay.
I'm hoping to try to get a doctorate degree in that major.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Nice. Do you have a school in mind that you want to go to college at?
I want to get into GCU. Haven't heard back from them on the acceptance letter. I sent my application.
Nice.
Right.
I got accepted to 3 universities: Pima Community College, NAU, and U of A.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. That's awesome.
U of A is
Congrats.
my second choice. If GCU doesn't work out, I'll go there.
And why would you say GCU is your number one choice?
I like the way they have theirs set up.
Have you, I'm guessing probably even through Tucson International Academy, you did campus tours and stuff like that? Yeah.
I haven't gone yet. COVID kind of shut that down.
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
you,
So they offered to do virtual tours. So
Okay.
I'm looking into that right now.
Nice. That's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
in the college field trip, you just went early, right? You went on the college field trip when we took
Oh,
the
yeah.
buses. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So he got to see him when he was younger. It's probably what
Oh,
planted
okay.
the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Nice. Yeah. And I guess, man, yeah, I feel so bad for you guys. Whether it's the kids in high school or particularly the kid, as well as the kids in college, that, you don't get that experience of school, all the good stuff and all these virtual changes that have had to be made to adjust to it. I'm guessing you're hoping that everything will be back to normal so you can have your regular college experience next year?
I'm planning to do online.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to do that and work.
Mm-hmm. So you've learned kind of through this experience that doing online courses, is actually pretty good for you, works out pretty well for you, huh?
Yeah. I think having a job will help with the discipline on needing to have that mindset
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
that I need to put my priorities straight.
Yeah.
and to only goof off when I have time.
You,
Right
you
on.
sound,
I
sound
love
like
it. I'm
is
like,
he?
yeah.
Did you write that down for him, Dr. J? It sounded like Dr. J was speaking for him. Yes,
Yeah.
that is a
love
really
it.
good school. So I guess like, what would be the next question following that one?
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So I guess what I would ask is, I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to maybe check out any like public schools or anything like that, or anything different from a charter school. And what would you say is different from charter schools as opposed to like public schools from you? What you've heard, Ethan?
What I've heard is that some of those other schools are a lot bigger
Mm-hmm.
than the TIA. TIA has 4 campuses and all different than what you would expect from a regular school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you've never attended a public school before?
No, I never. I've been in TIA since I was kindergarten.
You've been in TIA since he was in
Nice.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
We're K-12.
Wow.
He's
that's-
a total prodigy, a total legacy kid.
Mm.
And so,
Mhm.
yeah, we're so proud of him.
That's wild.
And you know what I love about them is that also that they're like a family. You saw what they were at your event, and you
Mhm.
saw everybody there. And I always see them together. They're family pretty
Mhm.
much, and that's what they need. They need that support when, you know, if somebody's feeling down, they know that they can turn to their buddies there at TIA. And I always see them talking when I went to go to give the speech there. There was the teachers there sitting there and talking like they were good old friends, and that's really cool to see that, to have that support. I think that's beautiful, man. It's a big family there, so I love that.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
kind of almost know everyone there.
So you
Yeah.
say that's a pretty fair assessment that like it feels somewhat like an extended family to you, the people that are there.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say it's an extended family.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have to be. I mean, it's just I'm just processing in my mind that idea that 12, 13 years you've had a relationship with this young man, growing him. I know with my program I have a couple people that have been in the program for a couple years, and even that relationship is just so binding. It's just such a a fruitful thing. I'm reminding of how amazing it is to be in these people's lives, how much they enrich my life, and you just got one cool kid in here that you get to have kind of that experience with. I'm guessing
Oh, yeah.
I guess I turn the question back to you, like how many kids have you had a relationship like this with?
Well, only one. That was my own daughter. She
Uh-huh.
went through school, kinder through 12 also.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And, of course, she's my daughter, so it doesn't
Mhm.
quite count the same. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's, and any amount of time that we have with the kids, when you have like 4 or more years,
Mhm.
you really see a difference in the way they respond to your prodding and to your guidance for their life. And we really help them figure out, what are you passionate about? What do you think your mission in life is about?
Mm.
And what do you want to do?
Mhm.
What contribution to this world do you want to make?
There you go.
And that's what we follow the
Nice.
whole way through. And they, as young as they are, they can sure come up with deep thoughts. You would be
Mhm.
surprised.
Oh yeah, no, it's true.
Well,
Very true.
you're doing a great job, Dr. J. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. You impressed me
you.
once again,
Yes.
bringing in this cool guy.
Makes me look good.
Yeah. And this is the Common Good Radio Show, brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. We'll catch you next week, just like we do every week. And God bless you.
God bless.